Streaming services that are actually real and provide real services and aren't just a satirical wrapper for the latest iteration of a video game franchise? Well, then BingePipe is for you. BingePipe is almost free of the curse by presenting You Don't Know Jack. BingePipe, we won't be ignored.
How you doing? I'm Cookie, 170 pounds of trivia host in a 350-kilogram bag. Looks like it's just you, me, and that dark, shadowy figure behind you. Fun! Okay, let's not waste any more time.
Time for question 1.
To get started, hola, mi nombre es Cookie Masterson. ¿Qué está celebrando el 5 de mayo? ¿El comienzo de la Guerra de la Independencia Mexicana? ¿La derrota de los franceses? So what'd you pick? No es bueno. Here's what a right answer looks like. El 5 de mayo conmemora la derrota del Imperio francés por el ejército mexicano en la Batalla de Puebla. Para todos los hispanohablantes, gracias por jugar nuestro juego. Esos tontos hablantes de inglés no pueden entender una palabra de lo que estoy diciendo. ¡Qué montón de idiotas!
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
There is no hiding from, is there a Mrs. Worldwide? If the rapper Pitbull wanted to honor the origins of the Pitbull, what sexy club scene should he show in his next music video? A Rottweiler grinding on a pug, a bulldog grinding on a terrier, a Doberman grinding on a dachshund, or a boxer grinding on a... Let's see how that shook out. You will call the right answer by its name. Pit bulls were bred by mating a bulldog and a terrier. Thankfully, we've made it through the only dog sex question in the game. Actually, I can't promise that.
Why don't we do it with 3?
Up next, hardcore relief. And you're gonna feel so much better after this dis or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 things, and for each, I want you to tell me if it's a part of a toilet or a type of pleasure aid sold by the adult novelty company Doc Johnson. Answer quick, you'll only have a few seconds to choose between a toilet part or a type of pleasure aid. Ready? Let's go. Flapper. C-ring. Ring. Ballcock. 9-inch stroker. Clover Clips. Float ball. You really excel in the middle lane. Moving right along. Here we have Charles Deep Sea Dickens. If you read a book about a sad yet street-smart sea urchin, he would most likely say,
"Please, sir, have pity on me. I got no heart, mouth, feet,
or
anus."
Okay, let's take a look. Sea urchins do not have a heart. But that doesn't mean they can't love. Love is universal. You know, like uni in sushi. No? Okay, never mind. Here's one for you. In development. What was Kumail Nanjiani's first role? An embryo, a zygote, a fetus, or a phalanx? Hope you like what you picked. The game wouldn't be fun if you got everything right. Correct answer, reveal yourself. The zygote is formed as soon as a sperm fertilizes an egg, and it's the earliest role Kumail, as well as all humans, held on this list. To be fair, it was a pretty small role, but he did beat out millions of applicants for the part. Round 1 is history. An optimist says you still have half a game left. A pessimist says you couldn't find friends to play with. Oh, and remember, questions are worth twice as much in round 2. Okay, back at it.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Behold, the quick brown the fox jumped over the lazy dog. Just take that in for a moment. Okay. Arrange the letters from the title of this question into alphabetical order for me. Brown dog, fox jumped lazy over quick, the. Brown dog jumped fox lazy quick over the. Brown dog, fox jumped lazy over quick, the. I love this part. The title of this question was The Quick Brown the Fox Jumped Over the Lazy Dog. It's a classic pangram, but I snuck another the in there, so alphabetically it goes Brown Dog Fox Jumped Lazy Over Quick, the. True story. I once had a brown dog fox. He was always jumping lazy over quick, the. So, this is actually surprisingly accurate.
J'ai mangé tous les œufs. 7.
And now, the cost of car ownership. And hey, stress cut with mime sore.
It's time for a...
Remember to type quick. That cash will be counting down until you lock in an answer. Okay, get ready. Look at the gibberish phrase and tell me what common phrase it rhymes with. Parking? Yep, a strong fee. And don't let that punctuation trip you up. You're looking hard. But not in the right place. Okay, pencils down. No, wrong, bad. You're gonna kick yourself. Okay, let's move along.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of 8.
Why not try illegally driving in the carpool karaoke lane? In honor of James Corden, the subject of this next question, I will be performing it through song. Here goes. How would you turn James Corden into a James Cordon Bleu? Stuff him with chicken, stuff him with spinach and herbs, stuff him with ham and cheese. Oh, let's see how that shook out. The classic French dish chicken cordon bleu involves stuffing chicken with ham and cheese. Believe it or not, I did all the singing for this question myself. I mean, I can't believe I did that so well. How about this one? Type equals squiggly bracket cinema comma actor squiggly bracket.
Accept all cookies, don't clear your cache. It's time for data mining.
Binge Pipe needs help identifying a customer, so
we're going to let you borrow some personal data in hopes that you can tell us who it belongs to.
I'm sure that's perfectly legal.
How can I catch Captain Jack Sparrow? How can I kill James Bond? How can I make sure old men have no country? Whose search history have we acquired? Mads Mikkelsen, Javier Bardem, Forrest Whitaker, or Christopher Lee?
Okay, let's take a look. I still believe in you. Want to see the right answer? Javier Bardem played villains in the 5th Pirates of the Caribbean movie and the 26th James Bond film, and perhaps most famously, No Country for Old Men.
We can learn from him.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
Coming up next, my gal pal Gal. So I watched Wonder Woman again the other day, and it got me thinking. If Waiting for Gal Gadot had the same conclusion as Waiting for Godot, what would happen? She'd show up and kill me, she'd show up in a different body, she'd show up a decade late, or she'd stand me up. Okay, what'd you pick? In Samuel Beckett's play Waiting for Godot, the two main characters, Vladimir and Estragon, spend the entire duration waiting for the eponymous character, but he never shows up. Samuel Beckett used to drive child Andre the Giant to school. Yeah, there's no joke there. I just can't imagine a weirder scenario. Made it to the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick a right answer, the more cash you make. And more than one answer can be right. But each time you're wrong, I'm taking some cash away. And be careful. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. How you are in danger. Yes, you. Try to remember who might attack you how. Good luck, and stay alive. There's your score. Hey, just because losing was impossible doesn't mean you didn't win. At least you've got an extremely mediocre score to show off to your friends. Oh, wait.
You don't know Jack!
Binge Pipe thought it would be a funny prank to bring back You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe, sue us. We dare you.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and the game starts when I say it does. Right? Now! Just kidding. No, now! Just kidding, I have no power. If one player wins the game and no one is around to see it, did it even happen? Okay, runners, on your marks.
Time for question 1.
First, London Colin. What could actor Colin Firth change his name to while still retaining its basic meaning? Colin Lake, Colin Creek, Colin Estuary, or Colin Bog? So what'd you pick? Let's call this a teaching moment. Speaking of correct answers, a firth is another name for an estuary, a water passage where the tide meets a river current.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Next up, watch your language arts. So Netflix has this show, The End of the F***ing World. Apparently, you can say anything now if you just beep it out, which is totally f***ing with. Oop, sorry, my elbow slipped on the beep button. Anyway, name the poet who would describe the end of the f***ing world as a battle between fire and ice. Robert Percy William or Emily Dickinson. Hope you like what you picked. Ooh, tough Blake. The preferred answer is Robert Frost wrote the apocalyptic poem Fire and Ice. You know, I gotta hand it to him. He took the road less traveled by, and that has made all the f***ing difference.
Why don't we do it with Creed?
Feast your eyes upon this. Austen-tatious. And mind your manners because it's a dis or dat. I'm gonna list off names of 7 women, and for each one you tell me if it's a character from a Jane Austen novel or a character from an Austin Powers movie. Don't think too hard. I'm only giving you a few seconds to decide between Jane Austen or Austin Powers. Here it comes. Frau Verwissener. Vanessa Kensington. Caroline Bingley. Robin Swallows. Emma Woodhouse. Kitty Bennett. Fanny Price. It would be really sad if you bragged about this. Let's get on with it, shall we?
I don't need you anymore.
Oh, here's a good one. Fixer-uppers and downers. If my cable package doesn't include HGTV, but does have a channel called HGTV, what show will I most likely see? MERCURY Brothers, Love It or Let It, Hydrogen Hunters, or Flip or Fluorine? And how'd we do? And here's where the money is. HG is the symbol for Mercury. MERCURY Brothers sounds like a terrible show. I'll still watch every episode.
Shake your body if you're feeling like a 5.
Next, Baby Got Back Sleepers. Which mattress company features a butt in its logo? Casper, Serta, Tempur-Pedic, or Sealy Posturepedic? Okay, what'd you pick? I'm sure you meant well. Well, it's come to this. Tempur-Pedic's logo includes a person sleeping on their side with their posterior exposed. Don't tell anyone, but that person is me. Yeah, I modeled for it back in college when I was really desperate for cash. That's the end of round 1. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Oh, right. Oh, and did I mention all the money's doubled in round 2? Okay, buckle in.
6 trombones is not a parade.
I call this one Awkward Moments in Medical History. Who is getting a taste of their own medicine? Jonas Salk being humbled by the smallpox vaccine, Edward Jenner being made a fool of by insulin, Frederick Banting being embarrassed by the polio vaccine, or Alexander Fleming being shamed by penicillin. Let's see how that shook out. In 1928, Fleming discovered what he named penicillin, the world's first antibiotic. And for the rest of his life, he had to tell people, for the millionth time, if it's a cold, it's not gonna work.
Je trouve Jerry Lewis seulement légèrement amusant. 7.
Let's try type equals squiggly bracket male comma singer squiggly bracket.
Accept all cookies, don't clear your cache. It's time for data mining.
I've been told BingePipe loves all of its users, equally.
But can you help us separate our celebrity user data from the rest of the normals? Is Rat Pack available? Is Kandaman available? Is Merbajing available? Whose DMV search history have we acquired? Sammy Davis Jr., Bobby Darin, Frank Sinatra, or Louis Armstrong?
So what'd you pick? Sammy Davis Jr. was a member of the Rat Pack and famous for singing The Candyman and Mr. Bojangles.
Mr. Davis Jr. was not a real rat, but like 85% of our users, he was a mammal.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of 8.
This one's known as Say It, Don't Spray It. And oh yeah, French Cutlets Prime Tour.
It's time for a
Get those typing fingers ready because the longer you take, the less money you make. Okay, here it comes. Look at the following gibberish phrase and tell me what common expression it rhymes with. Spits the Nice, Dove Lake. And don't let that punctuation fool you. A simple thing to do. In fact, it's a treat. This is a slice of birthday food. Let's see how you did. You just didn't get it, did you? Watch close. All right, let's move on. It's time for a goal in one. What would the Untouchables have listed as their hashtag squad goals? Catch that Pablo Escobar team, arrest Bonnie and Clyde ASAP, catch Richard Nixon in the act, homies, or bring down Al Capone. Okay, let's take a look. The Untouchables were a team of lawmen who arrested Al Capone. Hashtag Elliot Ness Queen.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
Try this on for size. Alcohol of Fame. Bad news if you're hoping to make bourbon out of Keith Urban, because unlike Keith Urban, bourbon has to be made in the USA, less than 50 years old, completely corn-free, or kept far away from Nicole Kidman. I love this part. There's no age limit on bourbon or pure country sex appeal. Should have picked this. According to U.S. federal regulations, whiskey must be made in the United States to be classified as bourbon. Keith Urban was born in New Zealand. A lot of American country stars have foreign origins. Yeah, Shania Twain is from Canada, and Tim McGraw was chiseled out of Grecian marble. It's time for the attack. Oh, I'll just shut my mouth then. Here's your clue. Some of its parts. Take a look at these things and tell me what they're made of. Good luck. There it is. Congratulations! You knew you could do it, and it was a job well done. Maybe next time someone else will be there to remind you.
You don't know Jack!
Enjoy this exclusive behind-the-scenes content from